Ladies and gentlemen, today is the first update of Operation Apocalypse Z, the event that started last week on PS4 and is starting today on Xbox. So as far as what this update entails, it's a big one for Xbox. So if you're on Xbox, you're getting everything that PlayStation got last week. So this includes Reaper as a specialist character, the new multiplayer maps, on top of that, the new update to the Blackout map, and everything like that. So all of those things that PS4 got last week, you are now getting this week. However, there was actually a surprise update on PlayStation today called Update 1.21, and this update actually had a little bit more surprises than I originally thought it was going to have. Not only were there playlist updates, some additions to the black market, but they also made some changes to Blackout and multiplayer as well. So in today's video, what we are going to be doing is going through and looking at all of those things that have changed in this little secret update that Treyarch decided to give us today. So as far as Update 1.21 goes, it's not a huge update. It's not going to completely change the way the game plays. However, there's a bunch of little things that are going to change some individual items throughout Blackout, multiplayer, zombies, and even the black market. And I thought the easiest one to look at is going to be the black market, so let's start there. So the only new things in the black market this week are in Blackjack Shop. So to start things off, we have the Zombies Mai Tai camo, and it also comes with a weapon charm as well. So you actually get this for all weapons. It's kind of like a floral type camo. It's okay. It doesn't move or anything like a reactive camo. So personally, I don't think I'm going to get it. And on top of this, you get the eggplant weapon charm, which, well, you can use your imagination on that one. And this one is going to set you back $5 or 500 COD points. After this, we have a new skin for Outrider. It is the cheerleader uniform, and I'm not going to lie, I actually kind of like this uniform. I think it looks pretty damn good. However, I don't really like the face paint that comes with it, and as well as the face paint and the skin, you also get 2 reserve crates as well. And as far as the price of this one, it's going to cost you 800 COD points. Personally, I don't see why they don't just take out the crates and maybe charge $5 for it. To me, that would make a lot more sense, but hey, that's just me. And finally, you have this week's special order. So this one is Russman, and with this one, you get a 5% tier boost. You get 4 crates, as you can see from the picture. For some reason, it doesn't show you in the actual tiers. On top of that, you also get a new gesture called the Dino May, which is interesting because he blows up a firecracker. This is definitely one that they could have put in the July 4th event, but they decided not to. You also get a sticker, and then Russman, the zombies character, you can play as him in Blackout. And is it just me, or did he put on a little bit of a belly? Now, speaking of Blackout, that is what we are going to move on to next. So the first thing you're going to notice is that once again, the new Reaper is playable within Blackout. And the interesting part about this is that Reaper last week, there was actually a glitch where he made no movement noises. You could jump, you could fall from as high as you want, you could sprint as fast as you can, and Reaper would just make no noises. So that's why they took him out. He is back in there today, and he is once again making noises. So it's all balanced, and you are now able to play as the new Reaper. Now, as far as the featured playlist this week, we have, once again, Alcatraz Portal Horde, Quads, Duos, Solos, and Quads Fog. Now, nothing really changed in the Portal Horde or the Quads Fog. However, they did make some changes to the normal Blackout map. And what they did is across the entire map, they actually went through and lightened it up a little. They got rid of some of the fog, and they've made it brighter. Their description of it is this: daylight has begun to break through the mist on the main Blackout map, brightening the environment and increasing visibility in quads, duos, and solos matches. Quads, Fog, LTM, and Alcatraz are not affected by this. So in other words, if you go into Quads, Fog, and look around, it still looks like you're stuck in a steam room with a bunch of old men. What we're looking at on screen here is the old regular Blackout map. This would be before the sun started to break through the mist. In other words, this was the map last week. And here's what we are looking at this week. So what we have here, in my opinion, it actually looks fairly similar amount of fog or mist or whatever you want to call it. However, they upped the brightness a lot and the contrast and saturation of colors a lot. So in my opinion, first of all, it looks better. And on top of that, it is way easier to see people at a distance. But just as a comparison, here's what last week's map looked like versus this week's map. And then once again, as another comparison, that is the more fog map versus the current map in Blackout as well. And then as far as Blackout goes, that's pretty much it. They didn't really update anything else. They didn't implement any new weapons or anything like that. The one thing that I will say is that there are some contracts that are still not working. The ones we really looked at were the ones that are like get this many kills with SMGs or sniper rifles or stuff like that, or headshots. Sometimes those are still not working in both Blackout and multiplayer. So just keep an eye for that. I'm still kind of surprised they haven't fixed that, but as of right now, some of them aren't working. Some days they do, some days they don't. It's kind of all over the place. Now, speaking of multiplayer, let's move in and talk about that. So the featured playlists this week start off with the featured one, Bolt Action Bare Bones Mosh Pit, followed up by Mercenary Objective Mosh Pit, Deathmatch Domination, Bare Bones Objective Mosh Pit, and Sticks and Stones. So the big differences is this week that Deathmatch Domination is replacing Prop Hunt that was there last week, and then Sticks and Stones you are actually now able to play with a party, so you can hop in with some friends and play the game. And I have to say, this is a ton of fun. Now, I think first of all, this is fun because I hopped in and played with some friends. It was a good time. But on top of that, first of all, the game mode of Sticks and Stones is a lot of fun. Being able to find who's ever in first place, hit them with a tomahawk, and they are set back to 0 points is absolutely hilarious. But on top of that, part of me wonders if one of the reasons why I was having so much fun playing this game mode is because there was no specialist bullshit that I had to deal with. I didn't have to worry about something ridiculous killing me. I could just play a Call of Duty game and play it for what it is. I don't know. I don't know which one it was and why I liked it more, but I really enjoyed playing this game mode. Now, the other cool thing about this is that they did announce that they are working on a party game mosh pit playlist. And I think that's why they added party play to Sticks and Stones, is because they are preparing for that. So basically, there's going to be a playlist coming up where you can hop in with a party and play party games. So I'm assuming that is going to include Gun Game, One in the Chamber, Sticks and Stones, and I would absolutely love it if they added Sharpshooter from Black Ops 1 as well. Now, the other thing that they announced on Monday is that coming up this weekend, starting on July 19th, I believe that is the Friday, it is going to be a double weekend, and what that means is that there will be double XP and double weapon XP in both multiplayer, zombies, and on top of that, there will also be double merits in Blackout as well. So if you're wondering when you're going to hop on and rank up, this weekend is probably your best possible time. On top of that, generally speaking, when they do these double weekends, they also implement like a 24/7 playlist. So whether that's like Nuketown 24/7 or Grind 24/7, I would guess that something like that will maybe be coming on Friday as well. Maybe, possibly, that playlist might be the party game mosh pit, but we'll have to wait and see. And then as far as zombies goes, there really wasn't anything big added there today. As far as what they actually did do is simply stability fixes for the new map Alpha Omega. So these should both be live on Xbox and PS4 as the map came out on Xbox earlier today. Now, while we're talking about things you can expect in Call of Duty this week, I just real quickly wanted to talk about Modern Warfare, because as we know, earlier, I guess last week, we got information on the new game mode Gunfight, which is the 2v2 game mode. We got to see gameplay of it, but that's pretty much all we got, except for the reveal date of August 1st. So on August 1st, I would bet that we are probably going to get some sort of multiplayer trailer and then some sort of multiplayer gameplay as well to go with that. So on that day, we are going to get a ton of information. But if there's one thing I've learned from Call of Duty, Treyarch, Infinity Ward, Activision, they like to tease things in advance. So over the next coming, I guess, 2 weeks, I'm thinking we're going to get a bunch of teasers. Now, they've done this in many ways in the past. They've actually teased stuff for Infinite Warfare on Nuketown before. They've also put stuff up on Instagram, Twitter, and all of their social medias. So I'm assuming over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be getting some small details in ways like that as well. And if you want to stay up to date on that, there's a couple ways you can do so. Make sure you're following Infinity Ward, Activision, that kind of stuff. But also, I try to keep you guys updated as well. So if you want to check out my Twitter or Instagram, I try to keep you guys up to date on there. Both of those are linked down in the description. And then, of course, if anything big comes out, I'm going to make a YouTube video about it. So if you want to stay up to date on everything Call of Duty, make sure you are subscribed to the channel and make sure you have notifications on, because if you're like me, you're really excited to see what Modern Warfare has to offer, and of course, I will keep you guys completely updated on that. But guys, that is everything you need to know about this week's update. Like I said, it wasn't a big one. It didn't have anything massive or huge in it. It just had some minor changes to, first of all, the Blackout map. That was probably the biggest one, and then just some additions to some multiplayer things as well. I'm also curious to hear what you guys have to say about the new Black Market content. Do you think it costs way too much? Do you hate it? Do you love it? Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and as always, always, if you enjoy these type of videos, you like being kept up to date on everything Call of Duty, the best way to show me is make sure you hit that like button. And on top of that, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have notifications turned on. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video today. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, peace out.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're